Hello everybody, welcome to the next bonus video. In the last bonus video, we did the first part of Teach Me Miss Lychee. And now let's jump into the second one. I want to learn about more visual thingies. Or some things.
Teach me,
Miss
my
Lychee.
dear Miss Lychee.
Another day of peace and quiet. Not another soul to be seen. Which means that Taukaka should be making an appearance any second now. Maybe I'll steam some buns and wait for her. Now that that's decided.
Hey there, booby lady! Tao came to study s'more! Meow! Where'd she go? Oh no! Did booby lady finally succumb to the awesome gravitational pull of her boobies and get sucked into her own cleavage?
Tao, don't be stupid. Anyway, welcome.
Meow! I humbly accept your kind and generous welcome.
What's with the proper and polite speech? Never mind, I don't want to know. Anyway, you have perfect timing. I was actually getting bored and a little nervous because it was a little too peaceful.
Oh, then Tao did something good! Oh, wait a minute.
What's the matter, Tao?
I know you said it was all peaceful and stuff, but there was lots of crazy stuff happening on my way here, Meow! Tao was starving, so I... How did he put it? Ignored all of that bullshit.
Tao, where did you learn such a vulgar word?
Oh, good guy taught me.
The good guy taught you? Oh, he's such a potty mouth. Oh well, no matter. We'll have lunch after we study for a bit. So, Tao, are you ready to begin?
Let's go! Wait a second.
No!
What was that cry of unendurable anguish? And where did that horrible stench of sweat come from?
I won't lose. This doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't hurt!
We're almost there, so just hold on a little longer and try to keep the groaning and screams to a minimum.
Boss, we're here!
Whoa! Where did all of these people come from? Meow!
Excuse me.
Oh, hello there, Carl. And Bang's subordinates. And Mr. Bang?
Huh? How could you possibly tell? I thought the mosaic mercifully concealed his appearance.
Honestly, Shorty, Tao doesn't really see the difference.
My face. This handsome face is so banged up.
Well, for the time being, it's painful to look at. There's no really good way to talk about this, so if you could just treat it...
Yes, you're probably right. Let's just get this over with.
Ha ha! Outrageous! You're incredible, Miss Lychee. I'm hale and hearty again in no time flat.
That's probably because there wasn't much for her to do, Meow!
What? How dare you say that to the most handsome man of this century? Yeah, what he said.
I have a question. How did you get injured like that? And little Carl's here. Don't tell me you two are fighting.
That's not entirely, strictly true. Carl and I were training. He is my disciple, you know.
I never said I'd be his disciple.
Training? Is this true, Carl?
Huh? Well, I guess.
What? Is my word not good enough for you? Why are you asking Carl?
Oh, no real reason. Anyway, Mr. Bang, I was under the impression that you were a master, correct? Then how is it that you're the one who's hurt? I was under the impression that the master was usually stronger than the disciple.
It's because he's pretty feeble. Meow.
What? What? That's ridiculous. I went easy on him. No reason to hurt the boy, after all.
I wonder if that's true.
Even Miss Lychee doesn't seem to believe me. Carl, say something!
Right. He didn't perform his Furin Kazan attack when he had the opportunity. Maybe he was going easy on me after all.
That's probably because he forgot how to do it.
I would never forget a sacred secret technique. I am, after all, the ultimate ninja.
That's right. Our boss is the ultimate ninja.
Really? That sounds like a big fat lie. Meow.
What? You're my disciple. How dare you speak to me that way?
Now, just calm down. Anyway, it's time for Tao to study.
You're still studying? Wow, Miss Kitty, you're really trying hard, aren't you?
Yup. It's because I forgot everything. Meow.
Is that so?
Unfortunately, yes. So, Tao, what were we going to study today?
Tao is going to learn about vigilantes.
Aha! Then please allow me. You are in luck, for I am the ultimate vigilante, and my disciple here is the number 2 vigilante. Leave the education to us.
Way to go, boss.
Tao, you are my precious disciple as well. You are all but guaranteed a spot as the number 3 vigilante.
I don't remember being your disciple. Meow.
Tao, hush! Mr. Bang, I must thank you. It's really nice of you to do this. And Carl, are you sure you want to help out?
I'm not too sure about the whole number 2 thing, but sure, I don't mind. What do you think, sis? It's all right if we help out, right? My sister is okay with it as well.
Meow. Super not soft person is a nice person.
Aw, stop it. You're making my sister blush.
All right, let's get started. Cram Tao's head with learning. Tao wants to become a vigilante, but why are there vigilantes when we have the NOL? Tao is kinda confused here. I mean, if there are bad people to capture, it looks to Tao that we only need one or the other. Meow!
The librarians are evil, cruel, selfish people. True, many vigilantes are simply after easy riches, but in the end, we reduce crime and maintain the peace.
What he said.
However, Miss Kitty does have a valid point. I'll explain how the vigilantes came to be. You do know how the population was radically diminished due to the destructive powers of the Black Beast, right? In order to protect and preserve the remaining population, regulation on crime became even more strict. However, crime continued to stay out of control due to the lack of places to live, discrimination between races, conflict between social classes, and even the influence of Seether, making it almost impossible to enforce the law.
But isn't it the NOL's job to beat up bad guys?
Yes and no. However, the NOL isn't exactly like a police department. Their focus is on crimes that directly impact the NOL. And on a related note, the soldiers of the NOL are usually the best of the best, the elite. The NOL gathers only those they deem worthy of representing them, and then trains them to be superior to those around them. If an NOL soldier were to die in the course of apprehending a common criminal, the loss to the country as a whole would be immeasurable. Therefore, the NOL doesn't concern themselves with ordinary crime. Also, the NOL is organized along military lines and tend to move around in large groups, so they wouldn't be too effective against common criminals.
The NOL isn't as strong as I thought they'd be.
They're very far from being weak. Like I said, they're just organized for a different purpose.
Meow. I guess I get it. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll move on then. For the sake of appearances, the NOL has a police station in each of the hierarchical cities. However, the reality is that the NOL doesn't really have the manpower required to enforce the law. So that's why the Vigilante system was created. The NOL doesn't care about your abilities or even what kind of person you are. If you can apprehend the wanted criminal, then they'll reward you in turn. On the other hand, if you were to get hurt or even die while in the pursuit of a wanted criminal, the NOL will take no responsibility. That's why there are no tests or contracts for vigilantes. I did mention that there's no tests or contract before, right?
I remember a little bit of it, meow. That's why Tao and even Scruffy Man here can become vigilantes, right?
That's right.
What?
But I thought that vigilantes had to make promises.
That's almost correct. Agreements would probably be more accurate, though. This will be a review of last time. But do you remember the two things that all vigilantes must agree to that I told you about before?
Meow. Nope. Tao doesn't remember a thing.
If I remember correctly, they were, you must follow NOL instructions and you must provide information to the NOL, right?
Yes, you are correct. Those are the two most important ones. But there are others, such as you must not involve civilians or hurt them in any way. I mean, that's a given, but... Oh, I almost forgot about this one. Another important one is, you must not organize in any way, shape, or form.
Why is that?
If enough vigilantes organize, their organization might gain enough power to become a threat to the NOL.
I see. That makes sense. So, is there anything else that vigilantes have to agree to?
Yes, but most of it is really nitpicky stuff. Nothing in particular comes to mind at the moment.
Thank you, Carl. That was very educational.
Thanks, Shorty. That was really easy to understand.
Really, Tao?
Meow, meow. Tao's plan is to capture Ragna. Meow. But if Tao catches Ragna, doesn't that mean all of the vigilantes have to quit?
Why would you say that?
Because there wouldn't be anyone else to go after. Meow.
Oh, Tao, how adorable yet undereducated you are. I, Bang Shishigami, shall teach you the art of capturing bounties.
Oh, thanks, Scruffy Man.
Now, first examine this picture. Now, allow me to explain. Anyone unfortunate enough to witness a crime must report it to the library.
Mr. Bang?
Is something amiss, Miss Lychee?
If you keep saying the library, Tao's just going to get confused. So do you think you could use NOL instead?
Ah, I see. Yes, you have a point. Wise and beautiful as always. Of course, Miss Lychee. I will abide by your request. But don't forget, Tao, the NOL is also known as the library or librarian.
I think I've heard this all before.
So, when the library, the NOL, receives notification that there has been a crime, they create a wanted poster. Of course, sometimes they don't have the identity of the offender, and so the NOL will disclose information about the crime in question to vigilantes, who will then investigate and determine who perpetrated the crime.
Meow, meow.
Next, I will discuss how a wanted poster is published and posted. Ah, Tao, have you ever seen a wanted poster before?
Maybe yes, maybe no. Meow, I'd probably go with no.
Tao, I thought you wanted to become a vigilante because you saw a wanted poster with Rargna on it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think it looks something like this.
Wow, he looks as horrible as ever.
The offender's name, face, and bounty are printed on the wanted posters the NOL publishes. These posters are then sent to the hierarchical public offices, who then post them in designated areas.
High-arcing public orifices?
Simply put, it is a government office managed by the NOL for the purpose of managing non-combatants. If something happens, citizens will often visit one for help. Generally, they are not the sort of places one would wish to associate oneself with. But work as a vigilante sometimes necessitates strange bedfellows, and the public office is one such fellow.
Oh, yes. In the case of Ragna the Blood Edge, it seems that the NOL not only distributed the wanted posters themselves, but they also gave a series of public warnings. I take it that rarely happens?
Rarely would do it an in-service. To the best of my considerable knowledge, that was the only time such a public announcement was made.
You're right. I've never heard of them doing that before either. It must mean that Ragna the Blood Edge is a serious threat to the NOL.
Ha! For me, he poses little more threat than a baby.
Man, boss, you're so cool.
I'm strong, handsome, smart, and utterly dependable, you say? Ha ha ha! You are too kind.
I don't think they went quite that far.
At any rate, the wanted poster also displays what is called a grade, along with the name, face, and bounty. This grade is a symbol that only the vigilantes and NOL understand.
Grade? Some more lingo to remember, meow. Tao's head is about to explode.
Oh, it's not a difficult thing to understand. Put simply, it tells us what should be done with the criminal. Some must be turned in as soon as they're captured. Some are to be beaten to a certain extent, and for especially dangerous criminals, we are told to end their lives. It can be many different things. Ah, yes, the bounty itself and the grade do not reflect one another.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Some criminals have low bounties but still must be killed, while some high bounties must be brought in alive.
I see. I'm sure the NOL has their reasons for such a thing.
I've no doubt they do. This concludes Master Bang's lesson on wanted posters and criminal grades. Did you understand it, Tao?
Meow! The NOL prints the wanted thingy and gets someone else to spread it all around town. All we have to do is check out the poster and then beat the snot out of the bad people. Meow!
I suppose that's technically not wrong. Excellent work. If you wish to be a great vigilante, you must work diligently.
Meow! I get it, Scruffy Man!
Actually, I have a question if you don't mind.
Anything you wish, Miss Lychee.
So, after defeating the offender or taking them into custody, do you take them directly to the NOL?
Of course, that is an option. However, in many cases, the offender will attempt to escape. All a vigilante must do once they have captured a criminal is notify the NOL.
And how would you prove that?
Once you become a vigilante, the NOL teaches you a binding Ars Magus. Once you've captured a criminal, you immediately use the Ars Magus to bind them. You then go to the vigilante window at the nearest NOL branch and tell them your Ars Magus code. Once it's been confirmed that the criminal has been bound, that's the end of your participation. You normally will receive your reward then.
I, Bang Shishigami, rarely go to the NOL itself. It is difficult for a civilian from Ronan Guy to visit such a place. Once I have bound a criminal, I will usually report to the nearest hierarchical public office. This does incur a service charge, however.
I see.
Oh, and this Ars Magus is special, so it can't be used for any other purpose. There are some vigilantes who are incapable of using Ars Magus. So, like Mr. Bang mentioned, you have to find an alternate way to bind them, and then take them to the hierarchical public office. Another thing you can do is bring an official to where you bound the criminal, although there is a service charge for that particular service. One other thing you can do is go through the guild.
Guild? There's actually a guild for vigilantes?
It's more like a network for vigilantes. It's not surprising that civilians wouldn't know about it.
A network amongst the vigilante? Isn't that like an organization?
I guess it could be seen as such. It's really pretty small, so it's not really a threat to the NOL. We just usually share general information or intel on a particular bounty. Sometimes we'll act as agents for those who, for whatever reason, can't collect their rewards themselves. I heard that there's a charge for that, though.
I see. I really learned a great deal about vigilantes today. Thank you very much, Carl. Mr. Bang.
Oh, no need to thank either of us.
Indeed, Bang Shishigami is a man of the people. Why, I have often felt that were I not a ninja, I would have made an excellent teacher. If you ever need further education, please do not hesitate to ask.
So, that means we can review at any time then. Tao?
Let's study. Tao's on top of it, meow.
Tao, tell the truth. You fell asleep while they were talking, didn't you?
No, I didn't, meow. Tao remembers everything.
Are you sure about that? If you don't study, then I won't give you any nice warm meat buns.
Meow! Tao is telling the truth. Why won't Booby Lady believe me?
Well, let's find out. How about a little quiz to test what you remember?
Bring it on!
You can do it, Tao. Believe in me who believes in you.
Now here's the question. What's the name of the institution where Mr. Bang goes to turn in criminals after he's captured them?
All right. I forget which one is the right answer, because if my controller works, which one's the right answer? Because technically, 1 and 3 are correct. I'll cut if I get the wrong answer, but I think it's either 1 or 3. So, surprise, second question. This one is you cannot form an organization. I love that you have to pay a fine if the criminal runs away.
You've learned so much. I'm so proud.
This was a piece of cake!
That was amazing, Miss Kitty. I'm impressed that you remembered everything after hearing it just once. Even my sister is as pleased as Punch.
Amazing! Spectacular! Outrageous!
Such a powerful outpouring of emotions. Surely Miss Lychee is... What? Where has Miss Lychee gone?
Meow?
Wow!
Oh, a huge meat bun that's as big as Booby Lady's boobies!
What are you... Really?
Boss, your nose is bleeding.
There's no need for that. Mr. Bang, please control yourself. I mean, really. Tao, this is your reward for today.
Meow! I can eat this? Really? It's all mine?
Yes, now dig in.
Thank you!
Tao, you look so happy.
She truly does. Now, if you excuse us, we'll be on our...
Why are you always so reserved and polite? I did make enough for you guys as well. They're just regular sized, but please, help yourselves.
It would be rude for us to say no. Thank you, Miss Lychee.
Sis, you're right, as always. Then I guess I'll have one as well.
Can my men have some as well?
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, the gods have smiled on us today. Indeed, a veritable goddess smiles upon us even now. I would expect nothing less from our beloved boss's future wife. But to think such a good heart still lived in this world.
Whoa! This is so yummy! Huh? There's something stuck to it. What the heck is this? Meow! Oh! I get another bonus! Yay! Tao is so lucky! I'm gonna keep eating, but see you later! Meow!
And that is it for that one. So we'll end the episode here, and I'll see you in the next bonus video. If you enjoyed this one, do you like the videos? It helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode, and share the video so that way more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. I'll see you later.